Before I hand it over to Alicia, I'm now going to present the third PRISM Award in the small nonprofit category, and that PRISM Award goes to UpWithWomen. Okay, you're popular. Nominating coaches, Kamal, Brenda, I saw you earlier, and Nina, along with organizational sponsors, Linda, who was unable to be with us today, Vanessa, and Leah. So just... I'm a proud UpWithWomen coach, so I'm very happy to be presenting this award. Okay, UpWithWomen distinguishes itself by harnessing the transformative potential of coaching, and this award is in recognition of the successful demonstration of coaching delivered to internal staff along with the depth of coaching implementation at a client level with minimal financial resources each year. And many of UpWithWomen's coaches, other than myself, are here today. And you've probably clapped already, so we'll save that for later. Your submission really demonstrated for us the delivery of a long-standing and comprehensive program in meeting the emergent and essential needs of a marginalized community. You'll tell us more about that, I hope. And this program provides a powerful impact to people that need and value the support of ICF coaches and is a demonstration of deep and positive impact for humanity. So thank you so much for honoring, I'm just going to quote a couple of stats, for honoring your ICF framework and community through pro bono coaching. 87% of clients are reporting progress, and 38% are terminating social assistance. That's incredible. And you expanded across Canada in Quebec, Alberta, Nova Scotia, and British Columbia to serve over 300 clients per year, engaging with 450 ICF accredited coaches across Canada. Congratulations. So, Kamal, Brenda, Mina, Vanessa, and Leah, please come up and join us.
I will talk fast. I will try. So this is pretty amazing. By the way, I have a couple of corrections because, you know, our stats change each year, and amazingly, they get better. So 48% terminated social assistance this past year. Yep. And we have 400 clients this year. So we're growing really rapidly, over 450 in 8 countries. We're talking about coaches serving Canadians. Like, it's really weird having American coaches. We kind of think, you know, in the time of Trump, like we should be going down there and helping them. But anyway, you know, I'll tell you guys, you know, this organization started, many of you know, it started as a promise that I made on my shelter bed when I was a homeless teenager, but it was also really built on a really simple concept that, you know, I developed when I was this homeless, autistic kid fleeing violence and panhandling in front of the Eaton Center. And the thing that I learned was, ask a little of a lot of people and you will succeed. And, you know, we've been talking a lot about trickle down. What I want to challenge you to think about is really what the ultimate goal is trickle up. And let me tell you how that happens in this situation. You know, my idea was just a little promise. This organization is not an organization, it's an organism. It's really built by all of the people who have been involved. Not a single person can take credit for what UpWithWomen has become, because it really is everybody. The clients, the coaches, everybody. But let me demonstrate the trickle up. So the idea was just simply, what if, like, coaching transformed my life, but it was 20 years too late. You know, I could have used it years before. And so I thought, what if we could get one coach to commit to serving one woman for a year at no cost? It was just a tiny amount of time. Once every 2 weeks over a year is not a lot to ask of people. And yet, what if we could do that? What could we do? How could we transform lives? And what would happen? What happened? We had, so many transformations. Just to give you 3 examples, one, a legally blind woman who couldn't get a job for 20 years because nobody could see past her vision impairment. And yet, she finished this program with a $75,000 a year job as a director of network partnerships and relationships at one of the charities, right? Transformation. We have another woman in Montreal, and she lost everything after a stage 4 ovarian cancer diagnosis. She is now, this year, going to be in the Fringe Festival in Montreal doing a one-woman show talking about living with cancer, right? And then we have, an autistic woman in BC, who lost every job because nobody understood autism. It wasn't because of her lack of skills, because she was fantastic. But she got fired from everything because people didn't understand and they didn't bother to understand. She's now started a tiny house company, right? What can we do with just a tiny bit? Let me tell you about the trickle up. I haven't told you yet, right? Sorry, I'm getting excited, I'm sorry. Autistic, so can't control this. Anyway, so we knew that it would transform the lives of our clients. What we didn't know. You guys remember the old V8 commercial? Oh my God, I could have had a V8, right? You guys done that, right? I did it all the time because what we didn't realize, we didn't think of, we were so focused on the clients, we didn't realize how much it transformed the coaches. And they would come back, and they would just be like, this has pushed me so far out of my bounds. Almost every coach comes to us going, oh my God, I don't even know how I'm going to be able to help this person with all their challenges. I haven't lived this, and trust the process, trust the process. What have you guys heard in your training? Trust the process. And it works, right? So they came back transformed, and they would come back year after year. Harvard Business School has actually case studied us in one of their courses because they wanted to understand exactly how we have 450 coaches coming back year after year, giving their time for free. This is why it transforms them too, but that's not the end of the story. That is not the end of the trickle up. Because then they came back to us. They came back to us. You guys, this is like the land of hugs, by the way, because I could not believe how many of our coaches are in this room. And so many of you have come back and said, let me help you with your organization. And so then every single one of our staff can be coached now. We've been able to do all sorts of programs, and this is part of what the PRISM is about. But another trickle up. The clients that we have transformed have actually even managed to get into companies that have won PRISM awards, but they're not the ones who get selected for the coaching. Like what Kevin was saying. Kevin, are you still here? I can't see you. Anyway, okay, well, Kevin, in the air, sending vibes to you. So, the same thing happens. They would be going into these places with who had won the PRISM Awards, but they're not the ones selected. Yet we're giving them the coaching. And so those organizations are becoming better. On top of it, not only do we have a 220% average annual income increase with our clients, and sometimes these people have been unemployed for years. And yet, what we're finding is they found that even 1 in 5 of our clients finishes the program earning over $50,000 a year. I've seen as much as $90,000. It blows my mind every year. BCG calculated that every transformed client will contribute between $325,000 and $625,000 in taxes alone in their lifetime. Trickle up. That's Canada, right? That's our economy. And so it just keeps going and going and going. And so tiny promises, tiny achievable pieces of generosity become this collective explosion of growth. And so that's why I want to encourage you all to think about Trickle Up. And if you're not volunteering with us, what are you doing? Come back and see us. Actually, so my son is very mad at me right now because, I'm way beyond when I was supposed to pick him up. So Miss Vanessa here, who is our amazing Director of Operations and Finance, and she is the one who is responsible for implementation of all the fabulous stuff we do for staff. Come find her. She's going to hate me for this. Yeah, but anyway, you can also find us online. So thank you. I'm sorry this has taken much longer, but I hope it was helpful.
Okay. So Leah has just told us in how many different ways you can count on the impact of coaching. Just a takeaway. And just a note I wanted to share that although it's Brenda, me, and Nina, we've sort of nominated, but I think we nominated Up With Women on behalf of all of those 450 coaches who have worked and who have given their time to the organization. So we receive it gladly on behalf of all of you. Thank you.